Hello again, everyone. This is Timmy from Link Building HQ, and welcome to part 5 of SEO for Beginners. Today, we're covering the most critical aspect of SEO, off-page optimization. So let's get started. What is off-page SEO? Well, any external activities that you perform are considered off-page optimization. These include social media, directory listings, and our favorite, link building. It basically revolves around gaining the confidence of search engines and users. A lot of off-page SEO is about earning backlinks and citations, telling platforms like Google My Business, Yelp, and others who you are and what you're about, and making sure you're sending positive signals to Google from places other than your website, such as through reviews on other platforms, social media mentions, etc. All of this ends up helping you gain more visibility on Google search results and get more traffic. So let's start with link building. Link building refers to getting links from other websites directed towards yours. But not all links are created equal. You should always ask yourself 2 questions when it comes to backlinks. Is the link relevant? And is the link coming from an authoritative website? Relevance means that the backlink is placed on a web page that talks about the same subject as yours, or is from a website that caters to the same niche as your site. If you remember our fictitious website, Timmy's Fitness, where we were selling fitness equipment, then a relevant backlink would be one from a web page that's listing the top fitness stores in Orlando, or maybe a backlink on a blog that's talking about health and fitness. A backlink from, say, an auto dealer may not be the most relevant one for you. Now, moving on to authority. If you've managed to get links from high authority sites, that's a job well done. The idea is that the better a website is in the eyes of search engines, the more likely it is that the links are going to help you rank higher. Now, how do you know which websites are more authoritative? There are industry metrics that correlate to the authority of a website. Moz has a score called Domain Authority and Page Authority. Ahrefs has a score called Domain Rating and URL Rating, and Majestic SEO uses Trust Flow and Citation Flow. So you can use any of these tools, Moz, Ahrefs, or Majestic, to get an idea of how authoritative a website or web page is, from a score of 1 to 100, with 100 being the highest. Okay, so now we know that we need authoritative backlinks. But how do we get started with a solid link building strategy? What's the game plan? Firstly, you need to decide what keywords you want to rank for. We covered keyword research in detail in part 3, where we talked about keyword relevance, difficulty, volume, etc. Ahrefs Keywords Explorer is a great tool to help you find your target keywords. But you can also use free tools like Google Keyword Planner and open features like autocomplete. You also need to be smart when it comes to your competition. Be a detective. Find out who you're competing against in the market. Once you've drawn a list of your competitors, you can simply put their URLs in Ahrefs Site Explorer tool. That'll tell you everything about their backlink profile. You'll know where they're getting their backlinks from, the types of backlinks, the anchor text, the context, and more. This can give you a big picture idea of what kind of backlinks you can potentially earn. Now, you don't necessarily have to earn backlinks from the same publications, but at least it gives us a good jumping off point. Maybe you could reach out to similar publications in the same space. That's where outreach comes into play. Outreach is basically you reaching out to websites and people in your niche and introducing them to the content you have on your website. We wrote a blog where we show you how to write winning outreach emails. The link's in the description below. You can check that out. Outreaching is considered one of the most time-consuming and labor-intensive parts of off-page optimization. Many SEOs spend the better part of their day reaching out to different publishers. More often than not, they don't hear back from those publishers. And even if they do, they find out they aren't the best fit for each other. It's hard to find high-quality publishers that are a great fit and want to work with you. You can either ask them about writing a guest blog on their website, or show them they have a broken link and offer to replace it for them, or simply share a relevant and important blog from your website that you think they'll love. Let's talk about outreaching for guest blogging. Guest blogging is a tried and tested way of creating authority for your website. You are simply writing content for another website in your niche and adding links to your website. By the way, you can make use of this Google search operator to look for websites that are looking for guest bloggers. When you reach out to them and offer to write a guest blog, these websites will usually respond by telling you what kind of content they're looking for. You may even receive detailed editorial guidelines. Just add content that they and their audience will love and send it over. You can place a link to your website if you think it's relevant for the readers and will add value to their user journey if they clicked on that link. Now let's talk about outreaching for broken link building. Broken links, as the name implies, refers to links that lead to pages that don't exist anymore. Believe it or not, a lot of high authority websites have broken links. And that's a problem because they have backlinks on their pages that aren't leading anywhere. Here's how you step in to solve this problem. This is how broken link building works. Look for a website pointing to a page that doesn't exist anymore. Ahrefs Content Explorer tool is very useful here. Just type in your keyword or content category and use this filter to view only results with broken links. Next, see what kind of content was being linked there. You can use the Wayback Machine for this. This is a website that archives pages that don't exist anymore, so you can use it to see what the ghost page was all about. Now, see which content you already have that would work there. Or you can create a piece of content from scratch. Finally, reach out to the website with the broken link. Tell them about their broken link and offer to link up to your page, which, thanks to all your homework and efforts, you've made sure is already a perfect fit for them. More often than not, they'll be glad to link back to you, since your page is going to be super relevant for them. Another way to earn backlinks is to discover brand mentions. Here, you find out websites that have mentioned you without linking to you. All you need to do is approach such people and request a backlink, and they're usually happy to oblige. They already like you, that's why they mentioned you, and basically recommended you, right? You can use a tool called Brand Mentions to unveil a list of unlinked mentions, so that's a good place to start. You can also create more link building opportunities by leveraging your previous work and repurposing content. What it essentially means is expanding the reach of your content for all types of audiences. You can take a particular blog on your website, for example, make a few tweaks here and there, and create a video out of it, or a podcast, or an infographic, and so on. So now instead of one piece of content, you now have several. That means more avenues for you to share your work and more opportunities for link building. Maybe someone will share your video. Maybe someone will read your blog. Maybe some other website will integrate your infographic into their articles and give you a citation. Content repurposing opens up a ton of opportunities. All right, let's move on. Another component of off-page SEO is making sure platforms understand who you are. For example, Google My Business is a free tool from Google allowing your business to appear for local search results by listing relevant information about your business like name, contact details, address, etc. So, if you're a business with a physical address, Google My Business is an important tool to use to make sure you're visible in search rankings. The link for Google My Business is down in the description below. Getting local citations on places like Yelp is important too, but I don't want to dive into too much detail here as we will be covering this in our next video about local SEO. And if you ever see this when searching for your business, that means you have a knowledge panel but you haven't claimed it yet. So you should do that too. Just follow the instructions here, and I'll be leaving a link to this in the description below. Now, off-page SEO also covers social signals. Social signals are the engagements that your content receives. The likes, shares, comments, they all count. We wrote a whole blog on how you can use social media to generate more buzz for your brand and to earn quality backlinks. Check it out. The link's in the description below. Now, during the course of your link building efforts, you may see that you're earning some no-follow links. Now, you might hear from some experts that no-follow links are bad for you and you should try to stay away from them. But that's not true. In fact, we did a whole video about no-follow links where we explained what they are, their history, and why it makes sense to earn them. You can watch that video here. By the way, I hope you're seeing a pattern here. If there's one thing we see from off-page SEO, it's that it's ultimately all about backlinks. Whether you're earning backlinks on some other website, on local platforms, or on social media, it all eventually comes back to backlinks. But our final tip isn't directly about earning backlinks, it's about earning great reviews. Reviews are critically important if you want to rank higher in local search results and appear in the local pack like this. So if you have satisfied customers, ask them to leave a great review on your Google listing and on your social media handles. Having a substantial amount of reviews improves your chances for a higher click-through rate. So I'd encourage you to get as many awesome reviews as you can. So that's a wrap for this video on Off-Page SEO. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Let us know in the comments which tip you found the most useful. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is Timmy signing off.